guys, today's video is all about the Smokey V eye. Now I think about it as the V being on the lid. Some people think about it as like the bottom part of the V being under your eye. It really doesn't matter. You can do it so many different ways. That's just kind of how I think about it. It kind of gives you that smoky look, but it also really opens your eyes up a lot. It makes them look huge. It makes them look like very doe-eyed. You don't need a lot of colors for this. I think it's really easy, and it might take a little bit of practice, but once you master kind of the blending and the shapes that you're actually creating, it's so easy. So easy. I love it. So of course I'm going to show you guys everything I did to get this look, and I hope you like it. Okay, so the first thing I do when I want to create like a smoky V eye is I use my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. I have a review on this. I don't even use a highlight shade sometimes with this. I probably should have shown this, but I just applied it with my finger all over my lid, all the way up to my brow bone and a little bit underneath my lower lash line. I'm actually using really random colors. I wasn't sure what colors I wanted to use for this, so I just picked some neutral grays and browns. And usually I'll start off with a color like Wedge, and that's right here, and that's a really muted brown. With my E35 from Sigma, I'm going to take some of that color. We're going to kind of fake the top of our eyelid here and make it seem like our eye is a lot bigger than it really is by making the upper edge, like pulling the upper edge up towards our brow. So we're actually placing this color right above the crease. And then what you can do is just take a big brush. I actually love the E50 for this. It's just like a flat, fluffy brush, and you can turn it sideways and blend really well. And if you want to keep going back in and deepening that color with Wedge, or you could use a color like Swiss Chocolate, which is right here. Right there, it's like a red-brown. And with this color, you want to place it in a smaller area. Obviously, it's a little darker, so you want to get it in the kind of recessed part of your eye right there. Now we're going to start to create our actual V shape. So I'm going to take a 217 to start off, and I'm going to use Print by MAC, which is like a gray, almost like a charcoal gray. And we're going to start making that V shape. You can see kind of like softly, and you can even just move your brush in a straight line from your lash line up to your crease, and then the upper part of the V isn't really a straight line. It's kind of a little shorter than the bottom, and well, this is how I do it anyways. Obviously it's different for everyone, but and I feel like it's a little bit, the top of the V is a little bit more rounded, and the way I apply it is so that it kind of opens up towards the inner part of your eyebrow. So I'd like to keep it really open, again, making your eye look bigger. This is really all about layers and blending, and it might help to actually keep your eye open so you can see where the color actually kind of starts to appear. So now I'm just going to switch up brushes to get some more intensity with this exact same color. So I'm using the E30 pencil brush from Sigma, and I'm going to take some more of that same shadow print. And now I'm going to start to draw another V shape, except this one's going to be a little smaller. So we have our bottom edge of it right there, and the bottom edge starts to actually, you can think of it as kind of like the bottom side of the V eventually starts to create a straight line from your lash line up to your crease. So this whole outer edge of your eye kind of starts to disappear. It gets lifted up, and then basically this entire inner edge just gets blended in as much as we can. And then I think the signature of a smoky V is that the dark crease color really does go up into the crease. Not applying a lot of pressure and just letting the brush find its own way into your crease. And that way it really finds like that perfect hollow, so it's not up too far. That. Again, you can take that same brush we used to blend, and this is pretty dense, so it might take some practice to blend with this, but I like it just because it's quick. Okay, now we're going to take a little bit darker of a color. You could leave it like this if you wanted to, but I wanted to show you how it looks when it's really, really intense. So I'm taking matte black shade. This is Carbon by MAC on the same exact brush again. And now this time the V becomes even smaller, and we're pretty much just drawing an even straighter line from the crease to the lash line. And the more you do this, it might be a little difficult at first, but the more you do this, the more you can kind of see how the colors work together and create that lifted look in the outer edge. So my eye is not tilted whatsoever, but it really makes it look like it's kind of tilted up, which is really flattering on everybody. And I'm taking a little bit more print on that same E25 brush, and I'm going to blend out the black very, very carefully. But it's mostly about placing the color in the outer edge of the eye and then feathering it inward like that. And you can pull it down into your eye a little bit, but that's why I really like to use this Urban Decay Primer Potion, because it creates a nice light surface. I really like keeping, when I do a look like this, keeping the lid pretty light so you can just blend your darker colors into it. I think that looks really pretty, and I don't know, something I like about that. So that's basically it. This is a simple look. If you want a little bit of a highlight, I think what I did on the other side was I took my E55 brush. I think I took Floof. Yeah, Floof right here, which is like a shimmery pink. Like I said, a lot of times I won't even use like any other highlight colors. I think a little bit more intensity at the lash line works really well with this. This is the Black Track. This is the Black Track Fluid Line from MAC on my E5 brush. This is a liner, pointed liner brush. Can kind of just lift up the outer edge of your eye. Probably gonna take this all the way in. There you go. So I think that really adds something, a little pop of black liner. So yeah, I already have mascara on, so I'm just maybe gonna add a little bit more just for a little extra oomph. And this is the Maybelline 1x1 Volume Express. Okay guys, so that is pretty much it. I guess I'll show you what I did on the rest of my face, since this pretty much, I didn't really plan this to be like a tutorial, but pretty much is. So I used my MAC Mineralized Blush in Gentle, like a mauve-ish rose. It has some purple tones in it too. I really, really like it though. It's like, goes with everything. It's really flattering. And then on my lips, I just wore a little bit of, I applied a little bit of the MAC lipstick in Cream Cup. This is one of my favorite really feminine pink colors. And then on top, the Hard Candy Plumping Serum Volumizing Glass. These two lip products look really good together, so I really like those. And this one's, you can find this one at the drugstore too, which is always really nice. So, yeah, I thought that maybe this could be helpful to you, because I know that sometimes it can be hard to mimic a certain kind of style of makeup. Just from looking at it, and I know a lot of times when somebody explains something to me a different way than I always thought about it, it kind of becomes clear and a lot easier to do. So hopefully maybe you guys got some helpful hints from this video. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.